Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day. Before we begin the video, please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. General Hospital's Kin Shriner tantalized the imaginations of his followers with some cryptic social media posts. It's been an endless back and forth for General Hospital fans. Fans have wondered whether or not Kin Shriner would be bringing his beloved ambulance chaser, Scotty Baldwin, back to Port Charles. In June, he hinted that the door had closed on him. However, since then he's continued to entertain the fans, including sharing an unexpected tribute to the classic thriller, The Birds. But now, his latest cryptic social media posts hint at something fans have been praying for up until now. On X, formerly Twitter, Shriner shared a black and white photo of himself on a plane with a cute pooch in his lap and headphones hanging around his neck. He wrote, "Flying back to La, old school, dog, and a movie showing and wearing a suit." While he was wearing a sports coat, it didn't look much like a suit, especially with a polo shirt instead of a dress shirt. GH star Maura West, Ava, commented, "A gentleman through and through. XX. The fans wished him well, and many even offered to give him a ride from the airport. One fan reminisced, "I remember a time when we dressed up to fly. I don't miss having to carry luggage though." But one fan posed the question, "What movie?" Shriner's post carried over to Instagram, where he continued his post, sharing a black and white video of himself on the airplane and watching an old movie. He captioned it, "Flying back to Hollywood to get my foot back in the door. Here with Tula enjoying at Tum." In the video he stated, TCM, which was a reference to his favorite TV channel, Turner Classic Movies. The fans were hopeful that this meant a reprisal of Scotty, with one stating, "I really hope you're coming back to GA. You have truly been missed, Kin." Another excitedly pointed out that Obrecht, Kathleen Gatti, is back. Time for Scotty to return to GH. And another jumped to the conclusion that he is indeed returning with, "I've always told you that they will always make that call. You're an OG, I'm so happy for you." After months of silence and swirling speculation, the buzz has hit a fever pitch. Is Kin Shriner finally returning to General Hospital? For decades, Shriner has been a cornerstone of the soap opera world, cementing his legacy as Scott Baldwin. A role so iconic it transcends Port Charles and stands as one of the longest-running characters in daytime television history. Fans have been eagerly awaiting his return, and now, whispers from inside the soap industry suggest that the beloved actor may be on the verge of making a comeback that could shake up the canvas in major ways. Kin Shriner's last appearance on GH was fleeting, and didn't provide the kind of send-off fans hoped for, or any real closure. His character seemed to drift off the radar after a handful of quirky appearances, often thrown in as comic relief or to serve as a foil to more dramatic storylines. And while he never officially announced a retirement, the lack of screen time and updates from the network left many wondering whether Shriner had been quietly written out. But for a character like Scott Baldwin, a quiet exit was never going to satisfy longtime viewers who've seen him go from lawman to schemer to hero and back again. Scott Baldwin's character is woven into the very fabric of General Hospital. Introduced in the 1970s, he survived through multiple eras, a rotating cast of lovers, betrayals, courtroom battles, and personal losses that would have sunk a lesser man. From his early days with Laura to his chaotic love affairs with Lucy Coe, Scott has consistently delivered some of the show's most compelling and entertaining moments. His tangled history with Luke Spencer remains legendary, and his ability to straddle the line between comic relief and emotional gravitas makes him irreplaceable. So why the hiatus? Sources close to the show have hinted that Kin Shriner's absence wasn't about contract disputes or backstage drama, but rather a combination of storyline direction and the actor's own desire to take a breather. Shriner has often spoken candidly about needing space to enjoy life outside of the demanding world of daytime television. A A fan favorite for his honesty and quirky social media posts, he's remained active in engaging with the audience and fueling hope that Scott Baldwin might one day walk back into the courtroom or into Charlie's pub like no time has passed. Now, with recent shifts in the GH canvas, including shakeups in the legal scene, the arrival of new characters, and the departure of others, there's a clear opening for Scott Baldwin to reclaim his seat in Port Charles. Who better to bring order or delicious chaos than Scott Baldwin? Whether as a crusading attorney, a scheming opportunist, or the unlikely hero, Scott's return could inject the show with exactly the energy it needs. There's also the matter of Lucy Coe, with Lucy once again finding herself caught between romance and manipulation, especially in her ongoing back and forth with Martin. There's fertile ground for Scott to be reintroduced into that mix. Longtime viewers know that Lucy and Scott's dynamic is gold, a balance of ridiculous and real that provides levity, even when the stakes are high. Their connection is one of the few constants that has endured decades, and their story remains unfinished. But it isn't just legal drama and romantic history that could bring Scott back into the fold. There are brewing storylines across the canvas that desperately need his unique touch. The younger generation, characters like Trina, Jocelyn, and Spencer, lack the kind of old-school mentorship that past generations benefited from. With characters like Max Scorpio and Felicia stepping into parental or advisory roles, there's room for Scott to offer his brand of tough love and wry humor to the next era. Imagine Scott taking on a case to defend someone like Dex, or even Michael Corinthos, only to discover that his client has more secrets than he bargained for. The potential is limitless. In addition, with long simmering mysteries continuing to unravel, such as Jason's return, the secret dealings of Pikeman, and Valentin's shifting alliances, Scott Baldwin's deep knowledge of Port Charles history could be the key to unlocking some of these plotlines. Few characters are as well connected or capable of digging up dirt as Scott. He knows where the metaphorical, and sometimes literal, bodies are buried, and his return could be the catalyst for long-awaited revelations. Behind the scenes, Ken Schreiner remains beloved by the cast and crew. His legacy and professionalism make him not only a fan favorite, but also a steady hand in an industry where continuity is increasingly rare. Schreiner's return would send a strong signal to longtime fans that General Hospital remains committed to honoring its roots even as it evolves with the times. Social media has certainly done its part in stoking speculation. Schreiner has been known to drop cryptic clues about his status with the show, tweeting playful teasers and vintage behind-the-scenes photos that keep fans guessing. In recent weeks, those posts have ramped up, with Schreiner reposting fan art and replying to mentions asking when Scott will be back. The timing is suspicious and telling. It wouldn't be the first time GH producers orchestrated a surprise return under the radar, only to stun viewers with a dramatic entrance no one saw coming. So if Schreiner is indeed returning, how would the show reintroduce Scott? Would it be with a bang, perhaps appearing in court at the 11th hour to defend a wrongly accused character? Or would he emerge unexpectedly at a hospital bedside, delivering a zinger that only Scott Baldwin could? Could he even be the one to blow the whistle on some of the shady dealings happening under Sonny Corinthos' nose? There are a million ways to bring him back, and each one promises excitement. One particularly tantalizing possibility is that Scott could come back with a personal bombshell. Perhaps he's been off investigating a cold case that connects to current events. Maybe he returns with a long-lost family member, or even a secret child, as is often the case in the soap world. Or maybe he's in danger, having crossed the wrong person off-screen, and now needs help from the very people he once called adversaries. The drama writes itself. Moreover, there's the larger meta-benefit of bringing Schreiner back. In an era where soaps are constantly fighting for ratings and relevance, honoring veterans like Ken Schreiner isn't just about nostalgia, it's about stability. Fans have grown up with him. New viewers can be drawn in by the richness and authenticity he brings. His presence elevates scenes and reminds audiences of why they fell in love with the show in the first place. And from a network perspective, a returning legacy character offers easy promotional opportunities. A big return could anchor a sweeps month or even a themed week of episodes that explore Scott's past while tying into the present. Think flashbacks, cameos from old favorites, and powerful confrontations with the likes of Laura, Tracy, and Monica. It's the kind of event television that soaps still do best, when they remember to lean into legacy instead of running from it. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our YouTube channel for more update news.